Howdy everybody in YouTube land. Something slightly different from my channel. Well, not really, but really. I don't know how to explain it. Anyways, I wasn't planning on doing a video of this thing because I was just going to throw a belt on it and go. Because that's what it needed, right? That's all it needs. Oh, it just needs a belt. No, this doesn't need just a belt. Anyways, that's why we're making this video. So I went ahead and put a belt on it. Here's the original, and it's got a... it's stretched and it's got a nice little bump in it. It's all goose egged out. This is an 8-track tape deck that goes in a car. It is a TP801, but I don't know who made it. There's no brand anywhere. I don't know if it was made by Pioneer or Sanyo or Matsushita or any of those. Because here's the faceplate to it, but I don't know. There's no brand. It's just literally this. And the thing is, this thing is so cram-packed that it's the FM multiplex is external. So it almost feels like Pioneer because it's got the way the printing is. I don't know. Who knows? And it's got a tube socket in the rear for that to plug into as well. And it's kind of interesting to me. Anyway, so... threw a belt on it. It sounded real tinny. One channel was weaker than the other. It just didn't sound right. And I measured the output, the left and right output, and one channel was giving me almost a volt of DC offset. It still had sound, it just didn't sound right. And then the other one gave me about 0.2 of a volt. And it uses these, you know, a pair of transistors here and another pair there. So the other thing too is it was drawing a lot of current for a little while, and this main filter was getting roasting hot. So you could pretty much tell where this is headed. It is headed to capacitor land. But the trouble is getting this apart is absolute insanity. I already had a tape fail on me. This is one of the tapes that the guy gave me. I don't really work on 8-tracks. This one's still intact because the other one split. So, anyways, I'm trying to get this out, and it is just so painful because I got to get a capacitor list together. And since I don't know what this is, I don't have any service data. I had to unscrew that. There's a screw that's extremely difficult that sits under here I had to get to. I had to crack it loose with these big pliers and then spin it out with this one, which this turns out to be about the same size as these screws are, so the same as this computer standoffs. So I was able to get in there and then unscrew that out because this was not fitting in there. It's just too big. Anyways, so I have it somewhat lifted out, but I can't really get to anything. Yeah, I need to probably unsolder that stuff and get it off the board so I can lift it out because that's all in the way, and that's the reed head for the tape, I think. Yeah, so, and then these are some weird values, and it's made by a weird company, Echo Beltek. I've never heard of these companies. So yeah, they need, yeah. Anyways, belts replaced, and these are using those Amazon specials. I have the pulley relubricated, or the capstan I should say, relubricated. I need to relubricate some of the mechanism too. And yeah, we're all good. But that belt was shot. And I used one of those eBay flat belt kit specials, and you can kind of tell that's what they are just by the quality of the belt. It's just, you can see the ripples in it. It's just crap. But it works. I don't have a problem with it. It works. So, and it's not like they make new belts for these anymore. And I think this is from the same manufacturer or group of manufacturers that sell the universal belt kits on Amazon, which for me, it's been hit or miss. Some of these belts are really good and some of them are just crap. I don't know. There's no consistency in the quality. Anyways, also the volume pot was extremely noisy, so I have to clean all that out. But yeah, I got to get a cap list together because I do not know, you know, I don't have a service information for it, but you can tell it's the two channels. There's a channel here and a channel there. Use these domed semiconductors too. yeah, it's just, yeah, it's fun. And the problem is, I'd want to get this out of the way, but guess what? This stupid dial cord is there, and it's all like intertwined in there. I'm not, no, I'm not messing with this. Although, I wonder if it's possible to get this out actually, because yeah, the dial cord's separated between the pointer because the pointer's over here, and the main tuner. So this module may, in fact, come out. I do not know, but it may. Matter of fact, I have to get it out because guess what? These have got to go, and who knows what's under there. Yeah, and I got to do all the ones in here too, which this is the multiplex unit, and that it's got these polystyrene capacitors in here. That one, and that one, Matsushita brand. I don't know if these actually ever go bad. These polystyrene caps. I don't know if they ever go bad, but you can see it cracking. See all the cracks in there? So if it's not bad yet, it will be. But I have a tendency to want to leave them alone. But I got all these electrolytics in here that have to be changed. At least this is easy to do. That's easy to do. This one's not so much. If I got to tear all this apart just to replace maybe the one or two caps that are dried out, I'm going to do all of them because I don't want to see this back here. And the guy that owns this says money is no object. So, okay, well, I'm going to do a full service on it. And he's well aware of it. I don't know if he's got a 70s classic car that this goes in or what, but want to service it. That's what he wants. That's what I'm going to do. So let's get to it. Did a little bit of research online in between here, and from what I could find, it was a Beltek model or brand or something, but I can pretty much tell you it's not made by them. It's very Japaneseium, so I'm not sure who made it. I don't know if it's Matsushita or if it's, one of those other companies, but as far as the brand is concerned, it's a Beltek. I've never heard of them. But anyway, so I got this unsoldered and the ground wire out of the way. So now that we have the board, we can kind of swing it out, but this is as far as it goes, and I'm just using this as a prop because otherwise it'll fall over. That is still in the way, so I got to remove those two screws so I can get under here, and this will allow me to get a capacitor list together. So yeah, that might be removable so I can keep it with this reel, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see how that's gonna work because I think what's holding that on. Yeah, there's a screw here, but and there's one there. So, I gotta figure out what holds that on. I think this is part of it. So that might be removable. Because I might be able to now trying to think of an easy way to remove this assembly so I can get that tuner module out, because that's going to be a problem. And I took this cover off, and there's one in there, and there might be there's the plastic ones in here too that always go bad. So yeah, anyways, let me work on this a little more. Alright, so I have all of the values jotted down on this guy. For that particular board here, I had to move that one out of the way, which is the transistor array. I'm going to check those and make sure they're good, but those are probably the drive transformers, so it's very early solid state, especially with the dome top transistors. Anyway, so one thing I noticed right away is the oddballness of the values. So this has to be early solid state. So we got 5 microfarad. Today would be 4.7. We got 100 microfarad at 3 volts, which are these big ones here. So all those will probably get replaced with hundreds at 16. There's another 5 microfarad. 1 microfarad at 3 volts. 200 microfarad, 500 microfarad. You're probably going to go 220 and then 470. And then the same thing, hundreds over here, and then another 220, 220, and then fives will be 4.7s. 500 microfarad will either be 470 or 680. I don't know where in a circuit that those actually are. I think those are on the output side. I'm not sure, but those will either be 470 or 680. We'll have to see. 470 would undersize them, and 680 would oversize them, unless I can get a 560. Might be able to get a 560. I'll have to look and see. I might be able to use 560s here. It'd be within the 20% anyways. So I'll have to look and see what I can substitute that stuff with. That's out of the way. So now I need to get the capacitor list on this guy, which is the multiplex, and do that one next. Alright, I went ahead and got all of the caps charted out. I think I have all of these on hand. I'll have to go through my stash and see, but I got the MPX board and I got the tuner boards. There's only a few on here, so that's good. And then there's these two axials. I gotta check on this one. This probably is gonna be a film cap now. I do have this one, but it's not going to be axial, which is not a problem. So I think we're good there. I may have to order parts. I don't know yet, but I decided before I conclude this video, I decided to just, out of curiosity's sake, I pulled these two out. These are 500 microfarad at 10 volt. So let's check one of them. Let's just start here. Let's check that one and see where it is. 820 microfarad, so that's leaky. When it reads high like that, that means there's internal resistance in here. It's leaky. So it tricks the tester in thinking the capacitor is larger than what it really is. So that's bad for sure. This, same one. So let's check that one out. Yeah, that's shot. 51 microfarad. Yep, they're gone. So they're definitely shot. So they're all gonna have to be recapped. The other thing I want to indicate here too is they mark the positive side, not the traditional negative stripes. So beware. Oh, that was my April Fool's joke, by the way. So yeah, don't mind that. Yeah, so I gotta get all new capacitors for this. So I'm probably going to have to order some. I think I have them all, but I can't guarantee that I do. And either way, it's going to require clearance from the owner that if we're going to, you know, the cost of what it's going to do all this. So I got to get authorization from him first. And then when I get that, I'll come back and we'll do the restoration work. So I have in my stash, I actually have all of the parts I need to make this happen. Well, with the exception of one, and that is over here, because I keep a box of just, you know, random capacitors laying around for, you know, computers and stuff like that. I even still have some of these axial leaded questionable ones, you know. Anyway, so I have them all here with the exception of this one, the 0.5 at 150 volt axial leaded electrolytic. I gotta see, I may have a film cap for that, but I have all the other ones. So I think we're gonna go ahead and get started and start changing them all. And when we do, we'll come back and we'll spot check some more of these, because we already spot checked those two and they were basically shot. So yeah, we'll keep going at it and see where we get with it. So let's start getting all of these parts installed and see where we go. I don't have any 560s, but I have 470s. I have a couple here. I only need, actually no, these are 220s. I got a couple of 220s left. That's all I need right now. Let's see. These are my 100s. Where are my 470s? See, there's my 1500s. I got 4 of those. I'll just drill a hole in the board and just mount it, you know, underneath the board. So I'm looking for my 470s. 470s. Do I not have 470s? There they are, I think. Nope, that's not them. Oh, here they are. 470 at 25 volt. I only need 4 of them, and all I have left is 4, so I got to put that on my order list. But yeah, so I have the 2 that have to go here, and then the 2 that are there. So, but I don't have any 560s, so I'm just going to use 470s, and 470s within the 20% anyways. It's certainly better than what's in here now. I'll tell you that right now. So let's go ahead and start changing out the capacitors, and we'll try this thing again. Oh yeah, I got to pull off my April Fool's Day joke. Alright, so yeah, let's get that done. Alright, I'm in the process of recapping this board, and I'm making some pretty good progress here. I got a pile building up over there, but now I just noticed on the back of this board right here, Beltek. So this thing definitely was made by Beltek. At least the board was. So I don't know if they had a division in Japan, or maybe this was American made. I have no idea, but this is definitely Beltek. So today I learned. So moving on to the next board, the tuner, and that was fun to get out. So basically, this is the string assembly for this, and it's actually separate because the pointer, I moved the pointer all the way over as part of this guy here. So really, there's only 2 screws from the top, and then the whole thing, tuner module and all, comes off. But in order to get this off, you have to remove that wheel. So what I did was I turned the pointer all the way here, which is completely counterclockwise there. Took this one screw out and that screw out, which are here, and then just carefully move this whole assembly off the side and put it right there. So that I won't mess with. The string shouldn't go anywhere, which now frees this up. So I took the 3 nuts off and washers off to get that out of the way. So now I got the tuner module 100% opened up, so I can actually get to the capacitor in here and stuff to replace it now. So that's how you do that to get it out of the way. And I also had to move the spring out of the hole and up so I could slide the shaft out. I got all of the new caps installed in the tuner can. Have the one here, 2 there, and 1 back there. So I can go ahead and start getting this back together now. I got 2 more caps I have to do. Have this axial one back here, which I have a plan for. And then there's 1 back in here that has to get replaced. I'm so tired of knocking this out of my way. Anyways, so time to get it back together. But before I do, I need to spray out these potentiometers because they were kind of noisy. And it's easier to do once I actually have it out and I can get to things. So that's what I'm going to do next. So let's get that sprayed out and we're going to start putting it back together. And then I still have to recap the multiplex board, so we'll do that next. Now that I have these 2 boards done, I have this one reinstalled now, and I have that one installed. I can't find that screw, but whatever. That's all done. So what's left on this side, I'm going to have to check this motor just to make sure, but I have this cap here, and what I'm going to use there is this film cap that I pulled out of my stash. It's the same, or close enough to the same value. I can just shove that in there, so we'll take care of that. And then I want to check this motor out because I'm curious what we got going on. Sadly, that's in the way. Oh well. So I gotta check that, and I want to make sure there's no caps or anything weird going on under here. I don't think so, but you never know. I got the film cap all snaked through there now. I just got to solder it down. I just did the axial leaded filter cap, so I drilled me a new hole there and ran the lead this way, so you can kind of see it hiding up under there now. This radial one should clear everything, and it looks like it is. So we're going to go ahead and get all that anchored down, and we should be good. Now comes the fun part of powering it up and seeing if the DC offset and all that fun stuff goes away. So let's get this set up right. Connect that. Alright, well, I guess it's either now or never. It's either going to work or it's going to blow up into a ball of flames. Alright. Got no power. Oh, power switch. not drawing excessive current. It's a good thing. So, alright, now comes the fun part. Let's meter out the DC offset of the channels and see what we got going on. So we'll put it on DC mode. Alright, let's grab, let's see, where can I put you? There we go, we'll put you there. Oh, I don't like that. It's rockabye craziness. Alright, power on. Okay, power is on. Let's check channel 1. No offset. Let's check channel 2. No offset. We're good now. Alrighty then, so let's put a tape in here and see if it plays, because why not? See if we get some kind of activity from this thing. So let's get the tape ready. I gotta pause the camera. I don't know if this is gonna get hit with copyright or not, so regardless, let's get everything ready here. Alright, we're kind of jammed up a little. We're on. Let's see. Oh God, loud. Hold on. I sprayed that, but it's still not. I got a better bass response than what I had before. Kind of got a little bit of wow and flutter. I'm not sure what that does. Looks like it adjusts the head angle. I'm not an 8-track guy at all. Put you in the middle. Whoa, it just switched on its own. Got no sound. Did the tape break? Yeah, I bet it did. Sure enough. Dang it, man. These tapes are starting to fall apart. Every single one of these are starting to fall apart, so there's no point in even fixing something like this. There's probably a way to fix this, but I don't know how. But that metal strip is what switches it, so. Alright, well, yeah, that's going to be the end of that tape. So that's the second one I lost. Alright, well, I'm going to have to either fix that or find another tape. So after grabbing yet another tape, it's working fine. Both channels are working fine. I had them hooked up. So this unit is good to go. I can't play any of this for obvious reasons, but yeah. So these tapes are starting to fail where they splice them together. And I got the other tape to play again when I, manually pushed it through so it didn't get caught on the pinch roller. But yeah, these tapes are on their way out. It just is what it is. Anyways, I'm not an 8-track person, but I'm just fixing it for a customer, and these are the tapes that he sent with it. He sent me 3 of them, and 2 of them have already failed. But anyways, that's going, so I can get that put back together and out of the way. Well, almost. I got to figure out how to get cleaner in these pots, because I sprayed some in there, but it's not making its way in there, obviously, so I got to figure that out. And meanwhile, I got to recap the multiplex board, so let's get that done. I have all of the capacitors changed out on the stereo multiplex board, so we're all good there now. At least I didn't miss any. It's all good. So I still find it funny that they actually use a 9-pin tube socket. But anyways, so we should get this together, test the radio and see if it works. And at that point, that's it. If, you know, once we get the testing done, you can stick around. We'll spot check these caps and see how bad they actually are. Otherwise, you can go ahead and end the video. But yeah, let's keep on going. It's the only station that comes in with a screwdriver stuck in the antenna hole. That's all I want to play. So it seems to be working fine. So I think we're going to wrap this up. So the multiplex LED is on, so it's picking up the stereo carrier. Anyways, so let's get all this back together. That's going to be it for this part of the video. The next part of the video is going to be spot checking these capacitors. If you want to stick around and see how bad they are, then awesome. If not, you can end the video right here. But that's going to wrap this up. So let's finish it out here. Alright, so for the purposes of entertainment here, let's test these caps. So here's the problem with this meter, and it might just be operator error. This is one of the many problems. So I do the auto, right? And I go into capacitor mode, but then I go to the ESR. It won't switch into ESR. It just keeps doing that stupid crap. So the only way to get it to go in ESR is just, let's say I grab this 500 microfarad 6 volt cap. I test it. I gotta do this first. Now I can switch into ESR. Why is that? It's stupid. Anyways, leaky. So anytime you get it well above the value, that means there's there's leakage resistance in here. So when I say leaky, I don't mean leaking fluid. None of these were. It's electrically leaky, so that's bad. Alright, so that one's bad. This is my bad pile right here. That's bad. Let's see. Another 500 at 10 volt. How's that one test? Bad. Let's see. 500 10 volt. Oh, I gotta start that over again. 44 microfarad. Really bad. So this is my bad pile. Let's see. Another 500 at 6 volt. The rest of this video is going to be testing caps, so you can end the video now if you want. Leaky. No good. 100 microfarad at 15 volts. $178, so it's a little high. Again, it's leaky. Electrically leaky. Alright, it's a 200 at 15 volt. Huh, yeah, leaky. 200 at 15 volt. Leaky. Unless all of these are designed to read high. I don't think so. It performed well when I changed all the caps out compared to what it did before. Let's see, 324 out of a 200. Yeah, bad. Another 200 at 15. Bad. Whoops. Let's see, 100 and another 100 at 15. 175 bad. Every single one of these is bad so far. Let's see, 10 microfarad, 10 volt. What do you read at? Good, but the ESR is way high. Look at that. 15 ohms ESR. Good cap, bad ESR. No good. Let's see. There's another 100 microfarad. Good. Hey, I got one to put in a good pile. 100 microfarad. 1 ohm. Marginal. But compared to the others, I'll put it in a good pile. See, 100 microfarad. No, bad. 100 microfarad. Little high, bad. which means it's leaky. Another 100 microfarad, 15 volt. Oh boy. We're getting a reading all over the place. Yeah, bad. 10 microfarad at 10 volt. Yeah, 44 ohms. Shot. Let's see, this one's 100 microfarad. 126, a little high, marginal. I don't know, that being marginal, we'll put it in here. This is just for entertainment purposes. Let's see, 100 microfarad. Pretty good, marginal. Let's see, 10 microfarad. Much better, but still not good. Shot. 30 microfarad, that was in the tuner. At 30 ohms. Bad. 10 microfarad. 12 ohms, 12 microfarad. Marginal. Still not good, but I'll put it in the marginal pile. Let's see, what is this one? 100 microfarad, 10 volt. Yeah, shot. So this is a 10 microfarad, 10 volt. 32 ohms. Shot. Let's see, 5 microfarad. It's reading half its value, and at 2, what was the resistance? What was the reading again? Yes, sir. 121 ohms. That might be the worst one yet. Let's see, this one's 5 microfarad. Better. High, so it's got leakage. 8 ohms. That's marginal. Let's see, 5 microfarad again. 11 ohms, no good. 10 microfarad. Come on, get on her. 5 ohms at 14, yeah, that's no. Alright, let's see. 5 microfarad. Double its value at 10 ohms ESR, so that's extremely leaky. No good. Let's see, 5 microfarad. Another one. 7.87 ohms, still just as bad. Shot. 10 microfarad, 10 volt. That's not terrible. It's marginal. Let's see, 100 microfarad at 3 volt. That's actually good. Slightly leaky, but good. Let's see, 5 microfarad. Yeah, that's bad. Shot. Let's see, what is this one? 1 microfarad. 1.5. Oh boy, yeah, 1.5 at 30 ohms. 30 ohms is not all that off for a 1 microfarad, but yeah, that's still bad. So, alright, let's see. This is another 1 microfarad. 151 ohms. Yeah, shot. 5 microfarad. Not good. Alright, yeah. You see the theme here with these early Japanese capacitors? 5 microfarad. Open. Nope, 5.7 at 10 ohm. Probably not bad, actually, so it's marginal. Alright, now we have these two left. So 0.5 at 150 volts. I don't know, maybe. Hard to say. A little high, so it's leaky. So that can go back over here. This one was getting blistering hot before it reformed. This is a 1500 at 15 volts, so Echo brand. Sure it is. Alright, so let's smooth those over. I gotta try to get my probe on here somehow. Come on. Yeah, it's being really painful. Might be too big for this meter. There we go. Yeah, it's too big for this meter. Let's do auto. Okay, let's try that. Nope. This won't even give a reading. That's not right. So this is so leaky it doesn't give a reading, which makes sense because this got hot. So it's so leaky it doesn't give a reading. So that's definitely bad. So as we can see a theme here, bad, good. There's only like out of these ones, there's probably what was there 2 or 3 of them that are actually still good. The rest of them are marginal. So the point of it is, these early Japanese caps are going to be problematic and they have to be replaced. So anyways, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you like this video, give a thumbs up or subscribe and all that fun stuff. So if you got a comment, please feel free to leave one. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and until next time, guys.